What's up, 5LINX? What's up, 5LINX? All right. Are you ready to give it your best? I can't hear you. Are you ready to give it your best? All right. My name is Chebe, originally from Cameroon, West Africa. I'm so proud of my African brothers and sisters. They are killing it. Our Sudanese brothers came over and they are just sweeping it. So I'm really very, very proud of you all. And the video that just came up talked about giving it your best. For me, giving it your best is not enough. I guess there are 3 levels of commitments if you really want to explode in this business. The weakest level is trying it. Anybody ever sign up somebody and you ask them what they want out of the business is tell you, I'm going to give it a try? Anybody ever did? I'll give it a try. That's the weakest level of commitment. And then some people tell you they're going to give it their best. This is the second level of commitment. And that's what we watch on the video. And what I've seen in network marketing is that the people who give it their best, they don't last too long. Some of them can go all the way to the end. Some of them can stick around for a year or 2 and they quit. And when you call them up, they will tell you, man, I gave it my best. The people who just actually try, they don't usually go over 6 months. 3, 4 months, you call them, they're out. The people who actually stick around, and that's what I'll actually be talking about, are the people who do what it takes. When you actually working with somebody and they tell you, I'm going to do whatever it's going to take, that's the person you're looking for. And when I talk about doing whatever it's going to take, man, I think of newly promoted Senior Vice President Audrey. Is Audrey in the room? 10 solid years. 10 years to Senior Vice President. So the people who do that are people who are actually in the right frame of mind. And in order for you to have uncommon results, you have to be uncommon. You cannot be whining, you cannot be complaining, you cannot be talking about your upline not supporting you, you cannot be talking about your starter kid not getting there on time. The people who win in this game, they won. They're already in the frame of mind that they are a diamond. How many of you here are willing to become diamonds? The first thing is that you have to believe it yourself. I can tell you all the senior vice presidents, the platinums, the doubles, the to-be diamonds, if you ask them day one, when they signed up the application, they already knew that they were going to be double platinum senior vice presidents. They knew that they were going to be diamonds. I'm yet to see somebody sign up into the business. Every time when somebody comes into my business, I put them down and do the quick start. And usually I'll ask them what level they want to get to as fast as possible. I've never, ever heard somebody tell me, oh, Ian, man, if I just hit 80, I'm good. If I just hit ND, I'm good. No, I've never heard that. They all tell me senior vice president. But what is stopping you from getting there? It should be your beliefs. If you believe in yourself, nothing is going to stop you. You have to take full control of your beliefs. If you don't, somebody will control your beliefs for you. And they'll make you run left and right. So don't let anyone tell you you are not good enough to be successful in this business. It's all how you see yourself, ladies and gentlemen. If you look at that picture, you have a cat seeing itself in the middle as a what? As a lion. Let me tell you something about the lion. The lion, we all know that the lion is the king of the jungle, right? Right or right? The lion is the king of the jungle. Is the lion the biggest animal in the jungle? Is the lion the fastest animal in the jungle? It is not. Is the lion the strongest animal in the jungle? No. You know what? If two lions were to jump into this arena, I bet you people will be tearing down this arena. But here's the thing. The lion simply, it's just a belief system. All what the lion sees when he goes out, whether it's a human being or an elephant or a cheetah or whatever it is, all what the lion is looking at, it sees you or any other animal as food. That's it. It's going after what? After food. That is the sole focus. I say this to say that if you come out of the gate focusing on platinum or diamond, you will hit it. You will hit it. So that's why the lion would devour an elephant or other animals. It is so focused on what it's going after. So believing in yourself is key. Don't let somebody else tell you how much you're worth. If you believe in yourself, this reminds me of my wife when she was still a registered nurse. Stella will always tell me, oh man, when she just came out of school, started out, it was $27 an hour. That to her was the best thing on planet Earth. $27, that was a big deal. But there is really no cap as to how much you can actually achieve. No cap whatsoever. And here's what I realized. I kept telling my wife, you know what, honey? What is the highest amount of money that any registered nurse that you know out there actually makes? And she used to tell me about these nurses who would travel. Any nurses in the audience? Some who would travel, they make $150 an hour. So I'll be telling her, if you're making 27 and you're excited, somebody else is making $150 an hour, you are underselling yourself. So what's the difference between that nurse who makes $150 an hour and you making $27? And in our industry, it's the exact same thing. The last time I researched, the highest income earner in our industry, he makes $1.4 million in a month. $1.4 million in a month. So if you're making 30, 40, 50, 70, 80 and think you are the man, no. You have not even started. So you got to believe in yourself, ladies and gentlemen. There are 3 types of beliefs we'll touch on. The second one, you have to believe in the company. Is SLINX incredible or what? You better believe me. What these co-founders just did here this weekend has sealed the deal. All the excuses have been eliminated. These co-founders are the best. Look for how many years we've actually been on the Inc. magazine. Inc. 505,000. Rochester, #1 company in Rochester. Our management team is second to none. And you know what? SLINX is going to become a billion-dollar company. And this is what aches my mind. This is my 24th international event with SLINX. The 24th. And so every time I come out to an event, people run up to me and say, hey, Ian and Stella, I really admire your success. I'm like, you're right. If I tell you my journey, if you'll be willing to go through that, then you actually realize success. In Las Vegas, I bet you, despite what this company has put in place, the product line, the compensation and everything, it's sad that most of you will not be in Las Vegas. Turn to your neighbor and ask, will that be you? Do that right away. And you really want to make sure you know who is sitting next to you. It's just by us locking arms together, if all of us are in Las Vegas and we roll this over, do you know that by just having one more guest in Las Vegas, if everybody present here has just one more guest in Las Vegas, will explode this company to $1 billion? Can we make that commitment? It is very, very possible. But again, some of you will not be there because of your excuses, whether it's money, whether it's kids, or your job, or whatever it is. It's all about your beliefs. Again, if you don't take control of your beliefs, somebody else is actually going to control you. The next thing you want to do is actually, this industry is incredible. The money is good, ladies and gentlemen. Look at the stats. Whether it's the movie industry, I don't know if there are any Denzel Washingtons in the audience. I don't know if any of you are getting ready to actually land on that contract, which is actually going to make you millions of dollars. Look at the music industry. I don't know if there are any Beyoncés in the audience, or if any of you are about to land on that contract that is going to make you millions of dollars. Look at the football industry. All combined, just $37 billion. Look at our space, $167 billion. And the one thing that excites me most here with this industry is that you don't need any academic accolades. Nowhere else on planet Earth can you see somebody like an E.J. Pardo, who came in from the Philippines, could barely speak English, come into this industry and change thousands of lives. Nowhere else could you see somebody like a Brother Stan Richards, who drove the bus, come into this industry with no prior experience and explode it. It's an even playing field. So anybody, all you need is a desire to win. If you have a burning desire to win, you can come in here and explode. So that's why we are very, very excited about this industry. The next thing you want to do is actually, if you want to be successful, set realistic expectations. Do what? Again, I started out by saying, if you are working with somebody who tells you, who comes in with the attitude, I just want to give this a try, man, you want to start working on their mindset right away. Try is the weakest level of commitment. If they tell you they want to give you their best, work with them and bring it up to that level of them giving it their all. Set realistic expectations, ladies and gentlemen. Most people come into our industry thinking that it's a get-rich-quick scheme. No, it's not. It's just worth it. Nobody said it was going to be easy. This is not a get-rich-quick scheme. But if you were to ask me, I've always said this respectfully, this is my get-rich-quick scheme deal, for me personally. Nowhere else can you go to in 6-8 years and you are in a position to be financially free. Compare 40 years to 8 years. Which one is better? 8 years. It's going to take you some time. Let me share with you this story. Listen to this story keenly. Just imagine today is Friday, and you're at the job. Today is Friday, you're actually on your desk at the job, and your director or your boss walks in, and they call you out and they tell you, hey, Frank, come into my office. You know how that goes, right? When your boss comes into your office, if they call you into the office, especially if it's a Friday, that is not a happy moment. So they call you into their office, they say, Frank, I got very bad news for you. But I also have an option for you, Frank. And the bad news for you, Frank, is that our company is outsourcing almost everything. We're downsizing, and we cannot afford to keep you here, Frank. So what that means is you are done. You no more have a job. But Frank, since you have been so hardworking and you've dedicated everything to help us grow this company, we have an option for you. And the option is, Frank, normally you work from 9 o'clock, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. But our company is doing everything to keep you. So what we will do is, Frank, instead of working from 9 to 5 p.m., you will work from 9 to 6 p.m., an extra 1 hour. But you only get paid from 9 to 5. And the only way to keep this job, Frank, is if you agree to do that for 10 years. 10 years, you work in 9 to 6, but you only get paid from 9 to 5. I bet you, most of you work in a job because that's what you rely on, you will accept that option. The moral of this story is, what is stopping you from working 9 to 5, and then every single day you give your business 1 hour? What is stopping you? 1 hour every single day. Do that for the 10 years and see how your business is actually going to explode. Ladies and gentlemen, set realistic expectations, 3 to 5 years. 3 to 5 years. I just shared with you Audrey's story, incredible story. I used to share Dave Silverman's story all over the place. Yes, it's good to come into the company, go to the top in 4 months or 7 months or 9 months or a year, but I always say this: a pin level or a title doesn't make you a leader. I would rather prefer to work with somebody who is working gradually 8, 9, 10 years, who will actually have their act together, acquire the necessary skills to build it strong, than somebody who come in 4, 5, 6 months, they get to senior vice president, and they're actually missing in action. After a while, you call their phone, you cannot get them. So set realistic expectations. According to Malcolm Gladwell's, it's a great read. If you've never read this book, please go get it and read it. The title of the book is Outliers. If you read that book, it actually takes at least 10,000 hours of work to make you an expert in any discipline. And if you break it down into a 40-hour work week, that will translate into 5 years. So why will you come into 5LINX and after 2 or 3 months you expect the miracle to happen? Why will you give it 1 year and you expect the miracle to happen? Your business is actually going to take time to grow. And also avoid giving the wrong first impression to your new business partners. This one is very, very critical, because most people are so desperate to have a new business partner. When they have one, they tell you, oh, just come in. It's not going to be difficult. We'll give you points. We'll put people under you. Anybody ever heard something like that? And you do that, you set the wrong expectations, and after a while, you are surprised why they are not doing anything. They're sitting there and expecting you to do everything for them, so that you give them customers, you give them points. That is not network marketing. You've got to empower them to build their businesses. Create a winning environment. Ladies and gentlemen, your environment is everything. The people you hang out with. You are a sum total of the 5 people you hang out with. So if you're hanging out with 5 wealthy individuals, when I came into this industry, that was the first thing I learned. Barry Donaldson told me, Ian, always associate yourself with the successful people. After 3 months, Barry Donaldson said, Ian, if you're serious, jump on an airplane, join me in California for a training called Train the Trainers. I was actually there with double platinum senior vice presidents Stan and Cherise Richards. And Barry told us some things that, men, are still here today helping us. One of the things he told us was, Ian, the faces are going to change. And I'm like, what does it mean? So some of you sign 1, 2 people, you're there trying to babysit them. Please don't go away, don't go away. The faces will change. Just keep sorting. I've seen it over and over and over. Hang out with successful people. You will learn a lot. At these events, don't stop just hanging out in the hallways. On your job, hang out with the people who have the positive attitude. On our jobs, we have people who are always whining and complaining. So stop spending major time with minor people. Anywhere you go, only take advice from people who are successful in this industry. This is so common. Most of my business partners will call me and say, hey, Ian, I called Joe. Joe used to be an ND in 5LINX, and he's no more in 5LINX. I'm like, why are you listening to Joe? Can you not call Pasha or Steve Carter and ask them, get advice for them how to build your business? And it's just like that in every discipline. This reminds me of when my wife was in nursing school. 87 of them started out in nursing school. After 4 years, 24 of them graduated. From 87 to 24. Was it that the school was bad? The same teachers, the same curriculum, the same everything. People will always quit. People quit on everything. So avoid negative people, ladies and gentlemen. Let me tell you this. Negative people will drain your energy faster than anything. They will deflate you. Avoid negative people. Always try to remove yourself from toxic environments. And Les Brown gave me this advice, and Les told me, Ian, this is going to be very, very tough, but if you want to be successful in life, avoid toxic, negative people. Because all these people do is drain your energy, they poison your mind with negative stuff. We have everything in place to build a successful business. Instead of you sitting there and watching some negative stuff on the news, why not go into the university and actually focus on watching the 5LINX TV? That is going to build your skills big time. So your environment is everything. Even right here, you want to network with the people who are very, very successful. Get their phone numbers or their email addresses. Ask them to help you out. That's what the winners will do. This one is big, ladies and gentlemen. Invest in yourself. Invest in who? Not in 5LINX. When you go to the online store, you're buying the material, you think you're investing in 5LINX, you are investing in yourself. The people who invest in themselves in this deal, ladies and gentlemen, those are the people who will win big time. Most people are cheap on this deal. Be it at the regular BOMs, I see business partners who come with a guest, they send the guest in and they sit in the hallway because they don't want to pay $10. But this is what I always tell people. If you cheap on yourself, you always have cheap results. That's just how it is. So try to invest in yourself. Right there at the store, there is everything. All these trainings. There is no way you can retain all these trainings. The one Stan did, Brother John Jones did, all the trainers. Anybody who has been on this stage, I bet you they have their trainings in the store. And you will live here, spend your little $50 on something else than getting some material that can help you build your business. And at the end of the day, you're just so frustrated why your business is not growing. Read some good books. I learned this early on from Pasha Carter. Pasha Carter said, leaders are readers. But most of you will go for a year without reading a single book. But you want to become a Platinum Senior Vice President. It's not going to happen. Instead of you watching that TV, get a good book and read. Our business is a people's business. And so not only should you invest in books, tapes, also you have to appear presentable. I'm not asking, don't get me wrong, I'm not asking anybody to go buy suits and all that stuff. You don't need that. You just need a clean shirt or whatever it is that you want to go out and build your business. You just want to be presentable. What you don't want to do is don't be running around looking like a quarter and talking about $1 million opportunity. Yeah, you don't want to do that. So training is the glue that will hold your business together, ladies and gentlemen. I'm telling you, if you are lazy on training, you will struggle with this business. Because it's only by attending these trainings that you acquire the skills that are necessary to build a successful business. And that's why the bottom is crowded. Everybody's looking for freebies. You want the platinums and the doubles to pay, just do the BOMs and you just walk in there and have fun. No, it's not about the $10, it's not about the $20. It's about training you how to become an entrepreneur. Entrepreneurs don't get stuff for free. So it's a mindset game, and in order for you to be successful, your mind has to be right. That's what it is. Wow, talking about sacrifices, if you're not ready to sacrifice, you can better pack your bags and go. Your journey to the top, ladies and gentlemen, I'm telling you, will require enormous sacrifices. You actually have to let go certain things. For me, it was TV. And if you don't know, the TV is the income reduction box. I'm telling you. Yeah, statistics have shown that the average American, by the time the average American turns 65 years of age, 65, 9 years of their life goes towards watching TV. 9. Those are the statistics. And that is time that you can use to build a very, very successful business. For some, I don't know what it is for you. For me, it was TV. And it was a very, very hard divorce. I was a TV guy. All I did, I used to be a teacher before 5LINX. All I did during the weekends was sit back and watch TV all day long. I was a CNN guy. So if you wanted to know what was happening with the troops in Afghanistan, in Iraq, call Chebe. I was going to give it to you. And my mentor put me down and said, Ian, all those hours that you're spending watching TV, if you just use that time to build your 5LINX business, you become very, very successful. So you have to learn how to make short-term sacrifices to achieve long-term gains. That's what this business is all about. You might cut down on some vacations, on some birthday parties, and all these things. Ladies and gentlemen, nobody said it was going to be easy. I don't know about you. This business is fun. It's still hard work. But my philosophy is that if you have to work hard, you might as well work hard on something that's going to pay you how much you are worth. So that's why I do this. Almost all of you are already working so hard for somebody else, building their legacy. But when it comes to building your own business, you cannot give 1 hour a week. I'm not talking about 1 hour a day. 1 hour in a week to build your 5LINX business, and yet you're complaining that your business is not growing. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen, ladies and gentlemen. And this one, I love this one. If you do what is easy, your life is going to be very, very hard. But if you do what is hard, your life will be easy. It's that simple. Success is not easy, ladies and gentlemen. And most of you are messing with success. You're just talking about it. I want to be successful. I want to be successful. You're just visiting success. You need to move in with success. Move in with success and see the miracle work for you. As Brother Stan will always say, Stan will say, stop messing with this deal. Yeah, most of you are messing with this deal. But if you knew what this could do for you and your families, you will do everything to build this business. This one will come like crazy. Get ready for this. The storms. I'm telling you, when you are on the path to pursuing your dreams, these guys are waiting for you. You know, your family members will want to tear you down. They'll tell you this doesn't work. Your friends will stop picking up your phone calls. Anybody can relate? When you show up, they take a different direction. But this is the path to success. And many a times people are tempted to exit. The highway to success, ladies and gentlemen, is a toll road. I can tell you that. And you can try this out. It's very, very practical. I used to live in Baltimore, Maryland. If I had to drive from Baltimore, Maryland to New York, to Manhattan, it would take me about 3 hours if I went through the tolls. But guess what? You can go online. You can actually do the MapQuest, and there is an option where you can check to avoid all the tolls. The same distance that would have taken me 3 hours, if you avoid all the tolls, it will take you 11 hours. That's what most of you are doing. You're avoiding the tolls. You got to pay the price. You got to pay the price to become successful, ladies and gentlemen. You know, you have all these negative and uncooperative family members. Just know how to handle that. And it becomes very, very difficult when it's family members. You know, just love them the same. It's hard at times. It's the person you're actually sharing the same bed with. Love them the same way, but treat them differently when it comes to your 5LINX business. All the rejections, just keep going. People will quit, and so what? You know, I ran into one of the newly promoted senior vice presidents in the restroom, and he was just congratulating me and all the stuff, and telling me, thinking that life has been so good and all the stuff. And I started sharing with him my journey, how Stella and I, on our way to platinum, not on the way, after we hit senior vice president, we picked up a lot of momentum, and after that, 7 senior vice presidents quit. And that guy almost passed out. I said, yes, be ready. The people you start out with will not be the people you finish up with. Just be ready for that. So people are going to quit, and so what? They're not quitting on you. They're quitting on their dreams, on themselves. You have your own dreams. Keep going. Keep going, ladies and gentlemen. And this is what is actually going to keep you going. I tell you, almost every trainer that's actually been on this stage has talked about your why. Your why has to be very, very big. I'm telling you, I will run through a brick wall for Nathan, Lenora, Ian, and my wife Stella. I'm telling you, I will go through a brick wall to make sure that they are fine. And the only time, ladies and gentlemen, that you can give up on your why is when your excuses are really bigger than the reason why you're doing this business. Most of you worry more why, you worry more about what people think about you than why you're doing this business. You've got to have a big why. And there are 3 components to a very good why. It has to be written down. Double Platinum Senior Vice President Ms. Lisa Cloud mentioned this yesterday. You have to write it and carry it with you everywhere you go. If it doesn't make you cry, then it's not big enough. It has to be emotional. Ladies and gentlemen, you know, why the cars and all the accolades that come with this, all these spin levels, all these promotions, they are very, very good. But here's the thing. Most people don't come into this business because they want to get, this business is bigger than a BMW, than a Bentley. Your reason has to be bigger than that. If your reason is just the tangible stuff, So if you get the BMW or the Bentley and the money, what next? It has to be emotional. And that's why I say I do this business because of my kids and my wife. And let me put into perspective so you see how powerful. It cannot be about money. It cannot be about houses, cars. It has to be about something bigger than that. Let me put it into perspective. Look at these two big speakers. Can you see these two big speakers? One to my left and one to the right. Can everybody see that? No. Say yes if you can say it. I can't hear you. Say yes. You see the big speaker over there, the big speaker over there. Imagine that these are two mansions that you own, multi-million-dollar mansions. And in that mansion to my left, you have your safe in there. Your money safe is in there. You have $10 million in there. And in this mansion, you have your family like myself, Stella, and my 3 kids. And all of a sudden, something happened, and both homes, they caught fire. Both homes went on fire. So I have $10 million over there and my family in there. Which of these homes do you think I would dash to as fast as possible? The home over there. So it cannot be about money. You can always replace the $10 million. You can always replace a BMW. You can always replace a Bentley. So make this bigger than yourself, ladies and gentlemen. So the bigger your why, the easier it becomes for you to accomplish that why. And to you, my future 5-links diamond. I think I was supposed to start with this. Thank you, my brother Steve. What are you eating? That should be the first thing. Just this weekend, our company, this company has come full circle. I can proudly say we are now the complete company. We are. If you don't believe me, ladies and gentlemen, the list of the top 100 global network marketing companies just came out. Any of you saw the list? I'm pretty sure the leaders saw that list. 5-links is number 84 on that list. But let me tell you what excites me most. 5-links is number 84. When I went through that list, this is what I realized. 5-links, in my opinion, is only in 2 countries, the United States and Canada. Most of the companies, or almost all the companies on that list are in at least 15, 20 countries already. Just wait until 5-links hits 10 countries, 20, 30. So there is no doubt in my mind that not only will 5-links become a billion-dollar company, we will become the number 1 in the industry. We will. So what are you reading? Read some good books. You know, Tony Robbins will be hitting this stage this evening. Yeah, you can make some noise. He's a very, very powerful mentor. And I just thank God each and every day that the same day that it's hitting this stage, God brought me to this same stage. I'm going to rub off of that. Honestly. So it's what you're watching. It's what you're listening to. It's who you're taking advice from. If you want to become the best medical doctor in your neighborhood, don't go get advice from a plumber. It doesn't work. It's only when you want to become a very good plumber, go get advice from a good plumber. Get advice from the right source. And ladies and gentlemen, this is a marathon. Just never quit. Don't even think about it. You know, I'm guilty when I say this. I had a mentor who used to tell me, don't ever think about quitting. Don't even think about it. It doesn't cross my mind. So when I have a business partner who starts telling me, man, Ian, don't worry, I'm not quitting. Just give them 4 or 5 months, they're out of the game. Don't talk about it. It's just like the married people in here. How will you dare sit with your wife and you tell her, honey, man, I can never divorce you. Ladies, if a man is telling you that, be careful. Don't talk about it. Why will you even talk about divorce? It's the same thing like quitting. So this is a marathon. Never, ever quit. So repeat after me. We are going to give this our very best. That was not good enough, 5LINX. I am going to give this my very best. Stand up. I am going to give this my very best. Say it like you mean it with a lot of conviction. I'm going to give this my very best. Let's take 5LINX to $1 billion.